Imagine holding a coin in your hand that could be worth not just a few dollars, but potentially thousands or even millions. Yes, you heard that right. That ordinary-looking 1976 bicentennial quarter in your pocket change might just be the hidden treasure you've been dreaming about. So before you toss it into a vending machine or hand it over at the store, stop and watch this video until the very end. What we're about to reveal might just change your life forever. We're diving deep into the history, mystery, and money behind the 1976 bicentennial quarter. Let's uncover the secrets of this iconic American coin that's turning heads in the collector world. Rare and expensive bicentennial quarter varieties. Let's talk money. While the average bicentennial quarter might only be worth 25 cents, certain varieties and errors have skyrocketed in value. Here are the key examples that collectors dream of. Double die-up verse DDO, one of the most popular and sought-after errors. Look closely at the word Liberty or In God We Trust. If the letters appear doubled, you may have a double die error. These quarters can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the strength and clarity of the doubling. Off-center strikes. A quarter struck off-center, especially 10% or more, becomes a serious collector's piece. If key design elements like Washington's face or the date are partially missing, you could be looking at a coin worth $500 to $2,500 or more, depending on the degree of the mistrike. Wrong planchette errors. Some 1976 quarters were accidentally struck on dime or foreign coin plankets. These errors are incredibly rare. A bicentennial quarter struck on a nickel planchette or clad dime planchette could be worth $5,000, $15,000, especially if the error is clear and authenticated. Silver bicentennial quarter 40% silver. These were never released into circulation and were sold in collector's sets. If you have one in pristine condition, especially a deep cameo proof, you could fetch $100 to $1,000, depending on condition and demand. High-grade specimens MS67 and up. While circulated quarters are common, uncirculated quarters graded MS67 or higher are incredibly scarce. Auction prices for top-graded quarters have reached $3,000 to $10,000 plus. A PCGS MS68 specimen has sold for over $19,000 at auction. The million-dollar mystery, the missing edge silver prototype. Whispers among collectors speak of prototype bicentennial quarters that never made it to full circulation, experimental coins, potentially struck in 90% silver, with unique die marks or edge variations. A few have surfaced in private collections and coin shows. Value estimated, $100,000 to $1 million, if authenticated and verified. Sales and auction records, proof of real value. Still not convinced these quarters are valuable. Let's look at actual sales and auction records. PCGS MS6819760 bicentennial quarter. Sold for $19,000 to $100 in a 2019 Heritage auction sale. 1976S silver-proof bicentennial quarter, Pier 7 ODCAM. Sold for $2,760 at auction. Error bicentennial quarter struck on a nickel planchette. Sold for $8,400. Double die-up verse bicentennial quarter, depending on grade and doubling clarity, has fetched between $500 and $3,000. Off-center strike bicentennial quarter, 30% off-center, brought to $1,100 in a private sale. These aren't estimates, they are real prices paid by real collectors, proving that the right bicentennial quarter can absolutely be worth a fortune. The rarest of the rare, the $1 million bicentennial quarter. You might be wondering, can a bicentennial quarter really be worth $1 million? The answer: it's possible, but incredibly rare. The elusive $1 million valuation usually refers to unique combinations of ultra-rare errors, perfect condition, and historical significance. There are whispers in the coin world about unique double-die silver-proof quarters, perfectly preserved off-metal errors, and other ultra-rare combinations. If such a coin were authenticated and brought to auction, it could ignite a bidding war among top collectors and, yes, potentially bring in 6 or even 7 figures. So while the $1 million bicentennial quarter is the stuff of legends, it's grounded in real coin history. How to tell if you have a valuable bicentennial quarter? Here are some expert tips. Check the mint mark. An S means it's from San Francisco. If it's silver, it'll feel slightly heavier and sound different when dropped. Inspect for errors. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or other irregularities under magnification. Weigh the coin. A standard copper-nickel quarter weighs about 5.67 grams, while a 40% silver version weighs around 5.75 grams. Look for a mirror finish. A proof coin, especially with a frosted design and shiny background, could be worth far more. Get it graded. If you suspect you have a rare one, submit it to PCGS or NGC for grading. This can make all the difference. What makes the bicentennial quarter so collectible? The bicentennial quarter is unique because it was the first time in U.S. history that a circulating quarter bore a different design from the standard eagle reverse. Its distinctive dual date, 1776 to 1976, the colonial drummer, and the patriotic theme make it a fan favorite. It also marks an important moment in American history, one that will never be repeated. Add in the massive mintage, multiple varieties, and hidden rarities, and you have a recipe for collector frenzy. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, the bicentennial quarter offers excitement, mystery, and possibly a big payday. The history behind the 1976 bicentennial quarter. To truly appreciate the value of the 1976 bicentennial quarter, we must first understand its historical significance. This isn't just any quarter, it's a coin born from a celebration to 100 years in the making. In 1976, the United States celebrated its bicentennial, the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. To honor this monumental occasion, the U.S. Mint created a series of special edition coins, including the quarter, half dollar, and dollar, each featuring unique reverse designs that commemorated America's rich heritage. The 1976 bicentennial quarter features a colonial drummer boy on the reverse, designed by Jack L. Ahr, accompanied by a victory torch encircled by 13 stars representing the original colonies. On the obverse, the familiar portrait of George Washington remains, but unlike other quarters, the date reads 1776 to 1976 rather than a single year. This quarter was minted in massive quantities, but within the production lies the hidden gems, rare errors, low mintage versions, and collector's editions that can command staggering prices. Why collectors go crazy for the bicentennial quarter? It's not just the history or the unique design. The bicentennial quarter represents a cultural moment, a national celebration, and a rare deviation from the usual U.S. coinage. Its nostalgic value combined with the thrill of discovering a hidden treasure keeps collectors hooked. Mintage and types of bicentennial quarters. There are several varieties of the 1976 bicentennial quarter, and understanding the differences is key to identifying potentially valuable coins. Clad circulation strike copper nickel, minted at Philadelphia No Mint Mark and Denver D Mint Mark, over 1.6 billion produced. Clad proof strike, minted at San Francisco S Mint Mark, intended for collectors. 40% silver uncirculated and proof strikes, also struck at San Francisco. Sold in special bicentennial coin sets, error coins, these are the true treasures. Rare errors can fetch hundreds, thousands, or even more. How to identify a valuable bicentennial quarter? Before you start cashing in, here's a checklist to determine if your bicentennial quarter is valuable. Check the mint mark. S equals San Francisco, look for silver or proof versions. D equals Denver, no mark equals Philadelphia. Look for errors, doubling, off-center strikes, wrong plankets. Inspect the condition. Coins in mint state, nowhere are much more valuable. Have it graded by PCGS or NGC if you believe it's in top condition. Weigh the coin. Silver quarters weigh around 5.75 grams, compared to 5.67 grams for clad versions. Use a loupe or magnifying glass. Examine details like doubling or misalignment. Final thoughts. The next time you get change from a cashier, take a closer look. That unassuming 1976 quarter could be the key to unlocking thousands or even millions of dollars. With rare varieties, jaw-dropping error coins, and sky-high auction prices, the bicentennial quarter isn't just a piece of pocket change. It's a piece of American history and potentially your ticket to a life-changing discovery.